Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shingeki no Kyojin, the final season, or Attack on Titan, the final season on episode 2 or episode 61 in the overall total number of episodes. Anyways, this episode right here, now that I'm looking at it correctly and trying to get the understanding of it, I feel like, depending on the situation, we may not get the right number of episodes overall that we all could expect. I mean, like, call me crazy Milanakis, but the way how it went about, now I could see why there was a rumor in the cyberspace or something like that may not have a lot of episodes, because the way how it's going about right now is like we may be done depending on how this adaptation goes. And the way I look at it, it looks like it seems like it adapted it nicely, but I feel like there's so many details that could have been used, but whatever the case may be, it is what it is. So, anyways, let's just get this started. We have to it that Marley, army generals, and everyone else are trying to figure out what to do, because their Titan powers that they have is starting to wane. Like, people around the globe is already creating weapons to overcome the Titans already, you know? And that alone is a bad sign, and that they have to find a way how to fix this. Zeke, on the other hand, who's given permission to speak his mind, is said, like, we need to, make one more attack on Paradise Island. Otherwise, like, we may not stand a chance at all, and everything will fall apart, you know? By that time, we have to it that Zeke and, Colt ends up talking with each other about the situation of what's going on, you know? Especially when Zeke does mention to the generals and all that about, like, let's see here. About the Ackermans, you know? And we all know who the Ackermans are. That's Mikasa and Levi. We all know how deadly they are ever since we saw them in season 1 and up to season 3. Guarantee of all blasphemy and not a joke to be messing with, okay? That much is concerned. But that aside, we have to it that Reiner does wake up after, you know, what happened here and there, and he ends up being greeted by Galliardo or Porco Galliard. And you know the guy who is voicing Porco Galliard, he is actually the voice actor of Kirishima Ejiro from Hero Academia, to my shock. I'm like, oh wow, no wonder why he sounds a little familiar, or I heard his voice somewhere, you know? That kind of thing. But aside from that, it looks like to me the relationship between Galliard, Porco, and Reiner seems to be a little bad in a certain way, or just sour or bitter, because it looks like to me Galliard seems to like blame Reiner for what's up, you know, and after like he talks about like he inherited the Jaw Titan from Ymir, you know, who apparently was the Jaw Titan inheritor back then for a long time, and there's a big reason for that. But that aside, we have to it that as the episode continues on in its own situation, you know, we have to it that that they end up having to break up a certain verbal argument after, like, Piek, the one who's the Piek, she apparently shows up and says, hey, come on, guys, stop fighting, you know? Piek, yeah, I'm not going to say anything more until it's later on confirmed or revealed, okay? And that aside, Piek ends up having to talk to Porco for a bit, and they end up having a little small friendly talk here and there, you know? And then, of course, Reiner decides to go check out on Udo, Sophia, Gabby, and Falco, see how they're doing, you know, the warrior cadets. And everything else seems to be okay for the time being. I mean, like, although Reiner does have some strange hallucinations about seeing his friends, etc., you know, which is pretty common in a certain way because of what happened to the young guy, you know. And then after the episode continues on into a train where Falco's brother becomes drunk and praises Gabby as a crazy powerful hero, you know, we have two of the Reiner and Falco end up having a little talk with each other, and Falco is concerned about Gabby's well-being, you know, knowing that once she inherits the Armor Titan, she's going to die at the age of 27. Do you not care about that at all? As Falco asks Reiner. Reiner thinks that Falco is actually making insult about inheriting the 9 Titans whatsoever and threatens him and his family. But we have to, Falco says, I'm the one that's going to inherit the Titan, and I swear on my life I will make best of Marley, etc. to the best of my ability. That's all there is to it. And we have to it that Reina asks Falco, do you want to inherit the Armor Titan? And Falco's like, the one who's going to get the Armor Titan is me. And therefore, Reina, on the other hand, encourages Falco to get the Armor Titan from him so Gabby does not share this dark fate that she's going down, etc. And we get to see everybody goes home to Liberia, and we get to see Galliard, Porco having to be a little friendly with the other warrior cadets and telling them to take a break, that kind of thing, etc. And then we get to see some Eldian soldiers who apparently suffers from a nasty injury and they end up getting hurt, And there's a familiar face I see right there that, though, I'm not going to say it, okay? I'm going to zip the lip until it's later on revealed or possibly confirmed. That much I can tell you. But I see that person, and oh dear me, man. I'm just waiting right now. I'm pretty sure anyone who's a manga reader, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you guys who are anime onlys, you might be thinking, man, I think this guy's gone loco, which I am loco and cringy. But that aside, Falco does see some soldiers or something of Eldian soldiers trying to get them back on their feet, after they face some kind of PTSD whatsoever. And then we get to see a scene with Reina and Gabby and his family having a talk with each other, and they end up talking to Reina about his situation about the Island of Devils, We have two that Reina explains about the situation, about how he was on that stupid island and it was hellish over there. He talks about someone of Sasha, which was actually an implicit reference where she's the potato girl, And then there's some idiot that charges in, one guy forgot to go to the restroom, and then, I don't know, one thing was sure, Reina explained that it was actually hellish over there, etc. And we see to it that Gabby talks to Reina the next day and asks him, hey man, what's up? Are you okay? It seems like you're lying about something. And Reina's like, what are you talking about? And Gabby's like, it's not me, it's Auntie, it's your mother, Or Auntie Broad, She's concerned about you. And that aside, we have to it that Zeke ends up having to have a talk with the warrior cadets, such as Reina, Pierre, Colt, Porco, etc. to talk about the situation, The Tiber family is about to make a move where they might be able to unite the world against Paradise Island and give them a chance to finish the operation in 1 year, and make it happen or make it work. Whatever the case may be, it's not like Zeke has a lot of time. He is trying to encourage to know that these Tiber family, Tiber family or Tabir, however you pronounce the name, are the people who's gonna try to unite the world against them, and that they're gonna make a move. And we get to know that they are also the inheritor of the Warhammer Titan, etc. Looking forward to that. But that aside, we have to it that as the episode continues on, they end up talking about the situation about the Tiber family having to drive out the devils of Eldia, etc, etc, etc. But whatever the case may be, we have to it that if this works out, it could work out, And we see to it that the Marley army captains are sneak peeking or talking to the warrior unit, listening into the warrior unit's conversation, and they are concerned about a couple things. But Margith or something is concerned about Zeke, talking about not in this one room, etc. Then we get to see a scene where Reina watches the warriors training right now, where Gabby overpowers Falco, etc. And we see to it, of course, we see to it that I get to see the ending and the preview of the next episode called The Door of Hope whatsoever, And looks like to me we'll get to see a little backstory or flashback of what's to come, and etc. Now, I know I mentioned at the beginning of my recap that I am concerned about the number of episodes for Attack on Titan the final season, because, like I said, the way how it went about, it looks like to me we may not get the right number we want to in the first place. For example, we may not get 24 episodes or 25 episodes of the final season of Attack on Titan. Now, you guys may call me crazy Milanakis or something, but I'm just speaking certain truths because I feel like there's some details, etc., that's been omitted from from the manga that should have been adapted to the anime. But whatever the case may be, it looks like to me, well, I think we're going on the right track for now. I mean, I just feel like when it comes to certain details that should have been put in there, it should have been there. But whatever the case may be, we're gonna have to find out, you know? Like I said, I think Studio Mappa is doing a fine job for now. I think I should have done a little bit more research on what chapters have been adapted into this second episode. But whatever the case may be, we are getting closer to that certain major event that I'm pretty sure many manga readers are waiting for. As for me, I will tell you the truth. I never watched the trailer and never did. Maybe because I want to stay satisfied or maybe shocked to see how this goes, you know? But yeah. In simple summary, you know, after the war, everybody goes home and then Gabby's praised as a hero. Things are looking great. Ryan talks about his time on the Island of Devils or Pirates Island, you know, that he was there for many years, etc. So yeah. But preview next episode, we're gonna see a little flashback and something to come. We're gonna have to see how this is gonna go. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.